Hello, 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 hello. Hello, guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Still not feeling too good. Hopefully, my voice is okay. Hopefully. Sorry about yesterday, guys. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. If you guys can hear me, I apologize because I'm still not feeling good. Uh, my voice is kind of like. So, hopefully, I will be able to do the program today. I still got a cold that I'm fighting with. Uh, Please let's share this message. Invite a friend, family. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, so please share this message. And today we're going to be talking about what kind of ignorant life are you living? It's not an insult per se. I don't want people to get it that I'm insulting them in any way. That's not what I'm trying. I just want to basically point out what kind of ignorant life are you living in? Because a lot of us are living in such kind of ignorant life, but we don't know that we're living that kind of life, right? So it's basically what I'm trying to do is for you to know. It's like, oh, now I know, and you can change it and live a better life. Because there are kind of like 12 kind of ignorant life that people are living in. Hopefully my voice is okay, guys. If my voice is not okay, can you let me know? Hopefully my voice is okay. Is the sound okay? I know I have a cold, and please let me know if my voice is not okay. So there are different kind of ignorant life people are living in. So one of them, it's a human ignorant life, and number two is a natural ignorant life, and number three, they have the ostentatious ignorant life, ostentatious ignorant life, and hypnotic kind of ignorant life. You have the willful ignorant life. You have the cultural and traditional ignorance. You have the learned or higher ignorant life. And you have the sincere ignorant life, acceptant ignorant life, ignorance of the ignorant, and fearful ignorance, and moral ignorance. So these are all the type of ignorance that people are tend to be living their life in. Okay, so we're going to be talking about each and every one of them so you can see yourself in them and then say, oh, I need to change the kind of life I'm living. So I'll just go over it again once more. So we have the human ignorant life, natural ignorant life, ostentatious ignorant life, the hypnotic ignorant life, willful ignorant life, cultural or traditional ignorant life, uh, um, learn to hire ignorant life, sincere ignorant life, acceptant ignorant life, ignorance of ignorance, fearful ignorance, and moral ignorance. So these are the type of ignorant life that a lot of people are living. So I'm gonna go in each and every one of them, and you can identify yourself if you are living that kind of life. Okay. I hope my voice is okay, guys. I hope my voice is okay. I'm still not feeling good, but I just wanted to do the show. Hopefully, my voice is okay. So, human ignorant life, what is it about? This kind of ignorance does not occur as a result of not seeking knowledge or information, but rather as a result of the absence of the information. It is informations you do not know even after you search or do your research. That is it. A perfect example of this is when the disciple asked Jesus Christ, okay? When the disciple asked Jesus Christ when the end will be. And he responds that, saying that it is not for you to know. So this is the human ignorant life, okay? We don't know this information. It doesn't matter how you done you done research, you've done everything, you will not know it because it is not an information for you to know. Okay, just in Acts chapter 1 verse 7, and he said to them, it is not for you to know the time or season which the Father has put his own authority, right? We don't know when the time it's gonna, we don't know when the world is gonna end. We don't know when it's gonna happen. You don't know when you're gonna die. There are certain information that you don't know. We will not know it, right? The information has been kept away from man by God. This is the human ignorant life. It is not for you to know, and I cannot give this information. In another instance, Jesus said, no one knows, even I do not know, except the Father, right? In Mark 13, verse 32, it says, but of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angel in heaven, not the Son, but only the Father. So this is the human ignorance, right? You're not going to know. You don't know when you're going to die. You don't know when anything gonna happen. We don't know when the world is gonna end. This information has been kept from us from God. We're not gonna know it. Even if you go, you research about it, even if you do everything about it, you're not gonna know because only God knows when you're gonna die. Only God knows when certain things gonna happen, when the world is gonna end. There are a lot of things that we might never get to know as a human. That is just it. No matter how hard we try, we will never know it. For instance, no one knows the very time, the place, or he or she will die. No. So you don't know what your life is going to be 10 years from now. No one knows the destiny of another person. Only God knows. We don't know. You don't know the You don't know my destiny. I don't know your destiny. Nobody knows that information. Only God knows that information. No one knows the destiny of another person. Only God knows, right? Man is limited to this knowledge. It is not made available to anybody to know it. The creator wanted to be so in order to make some area of our life unpredictable that way we learn to trust God. Okay? Human human ignorance is being ignorant of information that cannot be no more than like knowledge that is sealed and kept away from humanity. That is it. The other one is natural ignorance. Natural ignorance is ignorance of the natural occurrence, right? Most times, the true cause of flood, earthquake, and other natural disasters are not known. We don't know it, right? We don't know. We don't know it. Just like we are yet to find a permanent treatment for some diseases, like for example HIV, like AIDS, right? We don't know that. The, that is natural ignorance. Some years back, malaria was very deadly, right? Malaria was very deadly, and still yet in Africa, it's still yet so. But in the first world, they don't have malaria. They have found cure for it. Right? Even people don't die like before from malaria, right? Today, malaria is one of the diseases that can be treated easily, right? Before it was not, but now natural ignorance is somewhat similar to human ignorance, but totally different. Knowledge on its own is progressive. No, okay? So knowledge on its own is progressive. The more you pursue it, the more you discover you make. The more information you get, the more knowledge you have. That's just the way it is, okay? So let's talk about ostentatious ignorance. What is ostentatious? Have you ever come across people who are ignorant of a topic? but will pretend to know so much about it just to impress people. Those are ostentatious people that are ostentatious ignorant. Okay, they don't know something, but they pretend like they know everything about something. These set of people always fail into the trap of lying just to cover up for their ignorance, which do and eventually expose them in an embarrassing manner. People always in this people always in the need to impress and feel among, right? You have those people that live like that. As such, they will never like to admit their ignorance. They will never like to admit they're ignorant. As such, they will never like to admit their ignorance. They will rather keep quiet than ask questions on the subjects that they know nothing about just because they want to feel informed before their friends. Any Another side to this ostentatious ignorance is that it's driven by peer pressure, right? Peer pressure often aligned with remaining ignorant. We must avoid the people pleasing syndrome. We must avoid the people pleasing syndrome. Be open to ask questions about what you don't know. That is the only way you gain knowledge. Parents should help their children and teens by encouraging them to ask questions. Let them know it is better to be humble and know to learn than to prove and live in ignorance. So you are supposed to ask because some people they will impress, they will talk. Like he gave an example, like an example. Some people will come to their friends, they start impressing them. Like it's like, oh, I was just in Bahamas and I had so much fun, and they would be talking about it, and then it's like, oh, we're in Bahamas, for example. Were you in? You said Texas. There is no Texas in Bahamas, for example. And then you feel embarrassed. You'll be saying something, and then they ask you a question, and you cannot answer it. A lot of people are living in that, right? Okay. Number the other one is hypnotic hypnotic ignorance. This type of ignorance always results from a negative perceptions of self, right? Schooling, grading, parenting, classmates can give us the impression we cannot learn, right? Our memory, concentration, or ability to comprehend new information does not work like it should be, right? We have fall under an evil spell or becoming captivated by the oppressions of a narration. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, I'm still not feeling my good. I still got a cold and it's bothering me. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just type yes or no. Maybe my voice is so terrible right now. I just want to know that you guys can hear me clearly. I don't know. Somebody can just type, I can hear you okay. No, I can hear you. Like, just type because I know I have a cold and it's very hard for me to talk. So, if you can't hear me, just let me know that you can hear me and I'll just stop. And I won't do broadcast till I feel better because I know my cold is really terrible. Can somebody please let me know if you can hear me? So, okay. So as I was saying about the hypnotic ignorance, we have fallen, we have fallen under a spell of becoming captivated by an oppression narrative. Okay, we have internally abused in a way that disable our natural curiosity, creative or connecting. So parents, school system, and teachers should careful of this kind of remarks that they make on difference or difference. Sorry, guys, my daughter was kind of distracting me there for a minute. So parents, school system, and teachers should be careful of this kind of remarks they made on a different student, right? Because students should rather be encouraged to better. Some students who might not need extra push should be given instead of tagging them as a mentally retarded, right? Because it is very important how teachers teach their students. Because the future of so many children has been destroyed by parents or by the teacher or by school or from people who have a higher esteem. A lot of it. For example, I'll give an example of Miles Monroe, may his blessed memory. Okay, Miles Monroe, like he always says in his videos, that when he was going to school, his teacher one day come up to him and said that he was mental retarded, right? He was a stupid. This everybody knows Miles Monroe. They say he was a stupid guy. He was never gonna do anything good with his life. This is a teacher, the teacher who is supposed to encourage the students, teach the student to make the student become better. Here is the teacher saying that. He said he was retarded. Is nothing better gonna come out of him. Miles Moore, you all know how wonderful he become, right? So here is this. He crushed him. He crushed him. And so Miles Moore went home to the mom and he was crying and saying that the teacher said that he he is not good. He's not good. And so Miles Morrow was depressed. So he went to the mom. Mom, this is what my teacher said. Good on the mom. The mom said, no, that is not who you are. So the mom kind of encouraged him for him not to think that he is nobody. Like you are somebody. God created you to be somebody. We are all unique in our own ways. God created you to be somebody. So the mom told him, and so he got that in his mind, say, I am somebody. So he became somebody in the world. He changed a lot of people's life today. But if he could have just took what the teacher said, that you are mental retarded, you are good for nothing, and he kept that, and he won't be who he was. Miles Monroe will have never been who he was. Like the famous preacher, and he written so many books, and he have helped a lot of souls, right? He have never, if you could have just took what the teacher said. So that is why the hypnotic ignorance is there. Don't be telling people, uh, um, labeling people, because a lot of people, because when you label people, and people will become whoever you label them. Don't, because you don't know people's future. You don't know who that person is gonna be. Don't be labeling people and telling people that they are mentally retarded, because you are not God. You don't know what that person's destiny is. We should be encouraging people and not not labeling them or not putting people that we should be building people up. So parents and teachers should be very careful and watchful of the words that they say to their children. So willful ignorance. Hopefully, I can go through all of them today. Willful ignorance. What is willful? Willful ignorance is a paradox condition in which we are aware there is something we do not know, but choosing to know it. Okay? With willful ignorance, people are unaware of the topic because they choose not to be informed. Okay? Willful ignorance, however, is much more in, insidious. Okay? There is actually something blocking knowledge from forming. People suffering from this kind of ignorance hold on to their view. They are created by their own dogmatic belief of some sort. They are not interested in fact. This kind of people are driven by sentiment and biased emotions. Okay? In order not to be convinced otherwise, they will rather close their mind to the clear facts are clear to them. So those are the people. So cultural and traditional ignorance, for example, this kind of ignorance is propagated by a particular culture or tradition of people based on false falsehood. Example, like back in the days in Africa. Sorry guys. Oh, I still got this cold. It's really bothering me. Example, killing of twin in Africa. Before it was called you before they will kill twin. This is culture and traditional ignorance. Killing twin. They will say that if you have twin and twin babies were witches and should be killed and sent to the evil forest. To right? That is what happened in the days. There are lots of cultural and traditional ignorance that we are still living in up till today. We're still living in. Not because they were witches, but because they were ignorant. That is why they were killing twins, babies, before. They believe in the false passed down to them in order for them not to attach the word of God. They were seriously kept to the term of the God with a clear conscience, right? So, um, learned or higher ignorance. What are learned or higher ignorance? This is the kind of ignorance that is conscious of the fact that there is ignorance on a particular area and such is doing everything possible to get possible solution to the ignorant. Just like in the case of the scientist that is involved in different researches in order to provide a solution to an unknown situation. So, thanks to a lot of the ignorance and the pursuit of knowledge, we are living in a better and easier life today. The invention of airplane, for example, based on ignorance, people invented airplanes. Airplanes, cars, computer, electricity, and all the things. These are the higher learned and higher ignorant. This is it because they learned it. So we are enjoying a lot of things today based on the learned and higher ignorant. So many diseases that today they have cure for them, right? Like malaria, for example, they have cure for malaria today. There are a lot of like you have pain, there is medication that you can have to help with your pain. There are a lot of things that based on learned and higher ignorance, medical medical have improved today. People can live on life support forever. There are a lot of things that have been made through learned and higher ignorance, right? That we are enjoying today. Okay, so sincere ignorance. Let's talk about sincere ignorance. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of them today. Anyway, let's keep going. Sincere, sincere ignorance. Sincere ignorance is an innocent and um, pre- unpretentious form of ignorance, just as the name connotes. Everyone pursue this kind of ignorance in one area of their life or the other. You really do not know, not because you don't want to know, but because the information is not available to you yet. That is what it is. Or you have not considered studying in that line. No form of ignorance is safe for you. Ignorance is not an excuse or an escape route. Most teenagers like to use the word I don't know as a excuse for not living up to their responsibility, right? The moment their mom asks what if the like mom asks them why is the kitchen is unkept, I don't know. You want to you wanted to you want me to clean it? Like how many teenagers like for parents, they mess up the kitchen, they mess up the room, and they expect you to actually go and tell them to clean up. Like, the place is messy. You see that the place is messy. You are supposed to clean it up, and you're waiting for me to tell you to clean up your own mess. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm very sorry. This cold is really bothering me. Okay, so a lot of teenagers do this. You expect you to kill something, but they will not. They say, "I don't know. You want me to clean it? You didn't tell me to clean it. I don't know this. I don't know that." They they must taught this in a real life, right? There must be thoughts that in the real world. I don't know is never an acceptance excuse for not living up to your responsibility. It is your responsibility to look for knowledge. You should seek to know what you don't know. Study hard, go for training, seminar, or ask questions, get a mentor, etc. You are not the one responsible for your ignorance. No one else is. Therefore, you had to take responsibility for yourself. Can you imagine working with a staff that will expect you to tell them and or her everything before they do it? What do you think could happen? Anything, oh, you need to tell me to do this. You need to tell me to do that. No, you have to be responsible. People who cannot use their mind, who cannot think for themselves, talk less of others. There is no creativity to them. They only do what they are told and nothing else, or nothing else more. They will never go out of their way to do more than was required for them. And if you dare ask why, they just jump to the favorite. I don't know. You will not want me to do that. We should learn to take responsibility for our ignorance, therefore, seeking relevant knowledge in all our endeavor. Let not be comfortable in ignorance, okay? Acceptant ignorant. I don't think I'm going to finish them all today. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, I think I can. Okay, acceptant ignorant. I think we can finish them all today. Acceptant ignorant. Accepting ignorant is like rejecting knowledge. Basically, you reject knowledge. Accepting ignorance is the worst form of ignorance. This type of ignorance, this type of ignorance is not open to change or new ideas. Those are the people. This will rather stick to their way of doing things, even though they can clearly see that it is wrong and and detrimental to them and the society at large. They know that. They will always say things like, this is the way we should do it. It is our culture. It is our tradition. It is our way of life and doing things. You cannot change it. This is the norm. These are people who are basically uh, acceptant ignorant and they reject knowledge. This is what they say. These are the things. This is our culture. This is how we're supposed to do things. It is the way we do things. Even though it is not the right way of doing things, but they don't want to learn. They don't want to learn the new way. They have just stick to their ways, and that's it. Nobody can change them. They have just accepted it. They are so comfortable with what they are used to doing that they reject knowledge no matter how good the idea you are bringing to the table. They are self-sufficient and the most difficult set of human being to work with. They usually feel they know it all and that their idea is better, and they caught up in the world of their own. Oftentimes they are very myopic and pessimistic. Like, for example, I will just give an example quick and then I'm going to round it up, okay? Like, for example, right now in my country, the APC people. I think there are the kind of people in this area, in this category, acceptant, ignorant. Yeah, I can see themselves. They don't want to improve. They don't want. They just stick to themselves. They want to do whatever they want to do, right? So ignorant of ignorant, and then there is two more. Ignorant of ignorant. What is ignorant of ignorant? It is one thing to be ignorant and you know you are ignorant. It is another thing altogether to be ignorant and not knowing you are. The person will be operating in all confidence without any form of awareness of their ignorance. The only person that can look for solution to a problem or ask for help is someone that is aware that there is a problem. They are not aware of that fact that they are ignorant and there won't be any need to seek knowledge. They won't even value it when you give it to them in a platter of gold. The people living in this kind of ignorance always live an average life. Fear of ignorance. People will avoid knowledge just because of the fear of unknown that might come to the knowledge. I have heard of people will refuse to take a HIV test, say because the fear of no. I don't want to know if I have AIDS or not. No. So to them, they will rather not know their status than to check and discover that they are HIV positive, right? There are so many more circumstances that some will rather remain in the dark than know about it. They will try to pursue of knowledge to have that comfort. In a real sense, though they feel the false comfort is actually nothing but self deceptions in their higher order because they end up in more pain and disappointment at the end of the day. So, the final one I'm going to talk about is moral ignorance. Moral ignorance. This is when people attribute the reason of occurrence of God. And this moral ignorance is happening in churches today. As a result, we will not bother to look for the reason why it's happening to the possible solution to do it. They will rather sit back, pray to God for help. They believe that whatsoever is happening, it's oh, God just wanted it to happen, right? People will never find a solution. People will pray from morning to night, fasting for months, but they will not work to seek for knowledge because we're supposed to seek knowledge. Yet they are expecting God to make them billionaires right from prayer. You cannot just sit and pray and you expect God to turn you to millionaire. You cannot become millionaire. You need to work hard. Work hard. Sit down praying from morning to night, Monday to Monday, month to month out. You cannot. Let's just look at the scripture here and then I'm going to end. Sorry guys for my voice today. In James chapter 2 verse 17 to 18 it says, so too faith if does not have work, it by itself is dead. So faith if does not have work, if you don't work, then it's dead. But it says someone may say, you have faith and I have work. Show me your faith without work, and I will show you my faith by my work. So you need to work. Don't only have the faith, but you need to put your faith in work. Like you need to action. Because faith without work is dead. So you have the faith and you need to take that faith, put the faith in action, and then you will see the result. But if you have faith but you don't put it into action, you're not going to see results. That's all it is. So that is all I have for you guys today. I tried to do it. I tried to do my best. My voice is still not 100%. So I apologize if my voice is not that clear today. And yeah, I'm struggling with my voice right now because I have a cold. Okay, guys? So I will end here today, and I'll see how I do tomorrow. If I do better, and I can continue to do the broadcast again. If not that, I have to wait till I get better because my voice is not the greatest right now. So, hopefully, you have discovered what kind of ignorant life are you living? What kind of ignorant life are you living? Hopefully, I was helpful today. So, thank you guys so much for being here, and you guys have a wonderful week and wonderful Sunday. And God bless you guys, and peace.